Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. 1. The story opens with Arthur Curry balancing life as both Aquaman and the newly crowned King of Atlantis. He struggles with the responsibilities of ruling a vast underwater world, while also trying to be a father to his newborn son, Arthur Jr. Narration sets the tone, explaining how maintaining peace between the seven kingdoms has become increasingly difficult. 2. In a remote frozen region, ruthless Black Manta continues his quest for revenge. Now empowered by the ancient Black Trident, he seeks a new source of energy to destroy Aquaman. He discovers an imprisoned ancient force, Kordax, the long-lost evil sibling linked to Atlantean legend. The trident feeds him visions and power, pushing him further into madness. Meanwhile, strange ecological disasters begin occurring across the oceans. Rapid melting ice, violent storms, and deadly underwater anomalies. Atlantis' council warns Arthur that something powerful is disturbing the natural balance. Arthur decides to consult the kingdom's ancient records, but finds many of them mysteriously corrupted or sealed. 5. When a deadly attack strikes an Atlantean outpost, Arthur discovers evidence that Black Manta is behind the destruction. He realizes the threat is far greater than simple revenge. The power Manta wields seems connected to Atlantis' darkest secrets. Arthur reluctantly concludes he must seek help, specifically from the Enter Orm, Arthur's estranged half-brother and former enemy, now imprisoned and weakened. Arthur breaks him out, explaining that the world faces a danger beyond either of them. Their uneasy alliance forms the emotional heart of the story. Orm, bitter but perceptive, warns Arthur that the Black Trident can only be tied to one being, Kordax, the cursed king who once tried to enslave Atlantis. 6. The brothers travel across dangerous underwater territories, including the sunken citadel and jungles filled with mutated sea creatures. Along the journey, they realize the Black Trident is slowly resurrecting Kordax, using Manta as a vessel. Orm explains that if Kordax fully awakens, he will unleash the Lost Kingdom, a frozen empire locked away for millennia. As the Lost Kingdom begins to rise from its icy tomb, Kordax's influence spreads, corrupting ocean life and soldiers alike. Atlantis faces internal panic. Mira and the Atlantean Guard desperately defend the city, while Arthur races to stop Kordax's resurrection. Manta, nearly consumed, fights to maintain his own will, but continues forward, driven by hatred. 8. Arthur and Orm confront Black Manta inside the heart of the awakening kingdom. There, Kordax manifests in full form, using Manta as a conduit. A devastating battle unfolds, with swirling ice, collapsing structures, and bursts of ancient energy. Arthur tries to reason with Manta, but the villain refuses to let go of his rage. In a final moment of sacrifice, Orm battles Kordax alongside Arthur, helping his brother sever the Black Trident's energy. Arthur destroys the Trident, separating Kordax from Manta and sealing the ancient evil once again. Manta falls, defeated but alive, left to face the consequences of his obsession. With the lost kingdom sealed and peace restored, Orm willingly returns to custody, earning Arthur's respect. Arthur returns to Atlantis and reaffirms his duty, not as a tyrant, but as a guardian of both land and sea. The film ends with Arthur stepping onto land to speak to the world, declaring his mission to unite everyone, above and below the waves.